Well, guys, an absolutely awesome pleasure. I'm speaking to the almighty Whoretopsy. They're doing an Australian tour very shortly, and I'm speaking to Jake. Good evening, Jake, and how you going?
Good, yourself?
Good, man, and thanks for joining us, man. I think the first thing I got to ask, are you thrilled with this tour? And I believe that you've gone around doing the rounds at the moment, but you're still doing it well.
Yeah, mate, we're halfway through. This weekend we've got Perth and Adelaide coming up.
Yep.
So pretty excited for them. These gigs are pretty promising, and they've been sick so far, so we're having a lot of support.
Are you also thrilled by allowing yourself to go to Perth? Because I know some Australian bands find it hard to get over there due to finances and so forth. But are you thrilled that you got the privilege to go across the other side of our continent to play with the fans over there?
Yeah, like, we're not really super fussed about making a heap of money. You know, we want to go over there and get to everyone. Same with the Nile tour as well. We'll ask if we want to go over there. So, yeah, we said, why not? So,
and also, you're doing it off the back of a latest EP or album, I should say. And how's that going for you guys? You're getting a lot of reviews and positive reviews, but how thrilled are you with the reviews you've been getting so far?
Yeah, really good. That's another. This is the first album I've been on as the drummer.
Yep.
And they've sort of picked up on the new taste and the new writer, which is pretty good for me. But yeah, it's still got that old Whoretopsy feel, which everyone loves about it. But yeah, it's just we're going great off it, and people are coming out to see us because of it. And people are buying the album, which is awesome.
Yeah. Well, how was it for you coming into the band, and this is your first album that you said just then? Was it like putting the L plates back on, or you already knew some of their material leading into the band and joining the band?
I actually didn't. I didn't know Whoretopsy that well when I was asked to join, and I checked them out, and I just came in straight away. I was a bit of a stroke of luck that I joined, actually.
And also, with this question I'm going to ask, because you're now a new member and whatnot, but how important to stay relevant? And what I mean by that is being on top of your game and being notified, basically, because for what I gather as a fan myself, a lot of bands not getting the recognition they truly deserve. And I know the music industry here in Australia is going down the gurgler faster than running water, basically. But the question is, how important and how relevant is it to remain in the game as it speaks right now?
It's a bit difficult, you know, like, even just getting coverage for the band, it's getting harder and harder, and you've got to pay more and more money. Things like Facebook, advertising shows, getting posters around there, all cost money. And staying up with people's taste, like, hoping that they still like your music, you know, but it's I wouldn't say it's just super hard or impossible or anything. Like, Australia still has a metal scene which we're very supportive, so we're still going well in that aspect. But some bands are feeling it hard. So we've all got full-time jobs and all that, and that's how we're staying afloat, you know. Bands are trying to make some money off their own back, off their music. It's pretty hard.
And also, a lot of bands now have to do jobs on the side, like to make ends meet, like a 9-to-5 job too. I think that's the only way that a band can succeed nowadays, is to have another job on the side or play in multiple bands as well, just to make ends meet.
Yeah, like, be music chasers or whatever. I work in pretty much a 9-to-5 job every day, and if I go on tour, I hope that I keep my job. Otherwise, when I get back, I got to look for another one.
Yeah. But go on to you, Jake, as a fan yourself. What music inspired you to get into drumming? I mean, how long have you been drumming for, and who was your main influence?
I've been drumming for just on 10 years now. My main influences are people like George Collier, Dave Haley, Joey Jordison is a big one too, Lars Ulrich from Metallica. Just the big names that got me into it. If I wanted to keep naming all my influences, I'd be on the phone for 2 or 3 hours.
No, that's right. That's right.
But,
yeah. But going on Metallica, are you the old school Metallica or the new school, the new generation type of fan that came around the load reload type of thing, or you're the Classic 4 album fan of Metallica?
yeah, the old school stuff. What I saw that what made me want to start drumming is live Being Shit and Purge DVD.
Yep.
There's drum solos on that and the old school records. I was like, hell yeah. So,
yeah. But it's just so great just to see you guys doing so well, especially on this tour. But I do want to ask, how long did this production of the new the latest album that you're currently featured on, how did the process go for that? How long did that take all up?
Well, it took about 5 or 6 months. I remember I joined the band and we weren't doing too much, so I said, come on guys, we're going down to the studio. We booked the studio and we had 5 or 6 months to write the album, so we had to knuckle down and get through it, but the hard work's paying off, and it's a stepping stone for the next album even. But yeah, we didn't have too much time, not as much as we'd like, but that's my fault.
I mean, I like to know a bit about the recording side. Did you guys record the album live, or did it in sections like some bands do? How did it all work for you guys? Did you went in with a vision, of course, and also did you record it solely live, or do you had to do it in different parts?
Well, we didn't go old school like some brutal death metal bands, which is just start to finish and leave the mistakes in there. You know, we played through it and through it in the studio. We recorded it playing music, and we made sure the album was perfect, and so yeah, we did it in. Well, drums I did one take through, do one whole take through, and then the little stuff ups in there, you go back and fix them. But yeah, it's not a 100% natural album.
Yeah,
that was the question.
No, it was great because some, like you said, some bands do the old school, just go in and get it straight off the bat, and sometimes it takes months. It sort of depends how the flow goes, I suppose.
Yeah. And our sound's a bit different to all that stuff. Like we have a sort of a bit of a new age sound about it as well. I did leave a lot of the hands are less natural. You can even you can tell all my drums on the new album on the crib. They're natural sounding, but stuff like kicks and stuff, we fixed up the little popcorn hits, a little bit,
Yeah. Now, this question might not be informed with Whoretopsy, but are you, with the new albums coming out, like the new Slayer album, we had Iron Maiden and all that, are doing well in the ARIA charts right now, are you surprised how the metal scene is starting to turn full circle and kicking the crap out, like the X Factor or the karaoke type of music, out the window, but the fans are starting to rally behind the metal scenes again?
I don't know. I'm not really surprised. Like, we're all metal fans. The shit, like, there's it's not like the fans from like 10 or 20 years ago have always listened to the bands that disappeared, you know. We're still there, and if you go to one of those player concerts or whatever, they all come out. I'm not really surprised. I'm happy that Melbourne's staying alive, and it's outliving a lot of other pop music genres, which is good.
I mean, hey, it's good. It's good for what it is, and it's okay for what it's not. But at the same token, it's good to see Whoretopsy doing the tours. And I just want to say this: with a lot of places, especially in Melbourne, that I'm seeing regularly, are closing down for some reason, and it's not giving the bands. I'm not saying Whoretopsy. I'm just saying in general, the chance to perform live. Are you a bit hardened by that? Because it is hard to make ends meet nowadays. You have to do a 9-to-5 job. But with other places restricting live entertainment, especially like Whoretopsy, I know you haven't been in that category yet, but for other bands in general, to get their music heard to an audience, so to speak, you find it a bit hard and discerning that some of these places do not provide the live entertainment that it truly deserves.
Yeah, well, some of the entertainment venues are shutting down, and it's getting harder as a booker myself, which I booked the tour. It's getting harder to book the venues you want. You got to settle for places that are a bit more out of the way for other people, and you get a crowd of 10 people there. Things like the FB closing down for a while. Like there's a lot of big festivals there, like Progfest and Sonic Forge there, which got a lot of metal band exposure, which they're currently not running. Hopefully the USB comes back up though. But like the Palace Theatre as well, that's shutting down.
Yep. I think Princess, something at the Princess or something like that was turned into like a karaoke bar or something.
Yeah, it's shit for bands to see. You really gotta hope that the small bars and that are going to stay up there as well, because everything's commercialising, and some overseas company wants to turn your bar into a hotel or something, or into a freaking apartment building, and it's just sad to see that stuff. But I think whoever's some of the venues are still in it for the love. They're not making much money, but they're doing their best to keep it alive.
And you're right, because there was a bit of a panic control towards last year about the Hi-Fi bar, whether that was going to go full stop, but I heard there'd been new owners in that. Also, there was a bit of thing going about the Cherry Bar because of noise restrictions and whatnot, and people got behind that and kept it alive. But you're right, the places are going left, right and centre, and it is disheartening. And there are some places, like you just said, are doing it for the love of it. They're not making money, they're doing it for the love of it. I mean, another great venue I truly love is Festival Hall and the Corner Hotel and the Billboard. I've been to many of those places, and if they can stay alive, that's well and truly good. But I like these other gigs, especially the Epty. I don't know exactly what's going on with the Epty. I believe they're doing renovations and whatnot, but I hope it comes back to where it was before, because a lot of iconic bands played in that hotel.
Yeah, and we need those smaller venues to be able to get to Festival Hall. Not saying that Whoretopsy will include to have a crowd that big, but for other bands, other metal bands, other rock bands that need that exposure, they got to start somewhere. Can't just jump straight up to Festival Hall, which would be cool. There was even controversy, like a bit of trouble about the Bendigo Hotel, which is the breeding ground for members. lately. Someone just moves around the corner and starts complaining that they're still making noises.
And I was at I was recently at the Bendigo Hotel for the Brutality this year as well. So that's another great venue, and the Tote, another great place. But let's move on from that. Let's get on to the positive, because this is what it's all about. What are the plans after this tour? You're going back into the studio, or there's other tours overseas? What's the plan for Whoretopsy?
Well, after this tour, we've got a small break, and then we jump on tour with Niall and Amira.
Yep.
For next year, we do want to start writing another album, but we do want to do a lot of international shows, which would be good, like a lot of Southeast Asia, and we definitely want to hit the US.
Yeah.
So at the moment, we're currently talking to agents and trying to set up some tours overseas and just and really work hard, and then try to. We're going all for nothing on this one, regardless if we lose money or not.
Yeah, and with that Niall and tour coming up, that's been going around. It's not coming to Adelaide on this tour, but hopefully in the next tour, Niall can come to Adelaide. And I know Adelaide's a bit hit and miss. I mean, I'm from Adelaide, but at the same token, it's hit and miss. If we don't get it, we cry foul, and if we do get it, some people don't just turn up. So we can't win here. But I end up going to all of them here in Adelaide, and if I can, I'll go to Melbourne. But please get the ticket, fans, for this massive tour as well with Niall. But also get the tours ticket for Whoretopsy for Adelaide and Perth, because it's going to be an absolutely crackerjack of a night. But just want to go back onto the overseas things. I know you want to break into the US charts and that. With the Southeast Asia, a lot of bands are going over there, especially to Indonesia for the festival. I think early in the year, or just after Soundwave, when it finished here, they go to Indonesia. Is that what the plan is to do, to go to Indonesia and get that type of festival happening, or do you want to go right through the Southeast Asia, probably to Japan and so forth from there?
Before I joined the band, the guys played Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, and they say the crowds over there, the little death metal over there is pretty much their pop music. So go over there and get a crowd of hundreds, if not thousands, just for what would be a local death metal band here. We won't make much money over there, like they're poor countries, but it's the experience and playing to those sorts of crowds that we want, and we just want to take the music to where the people love it, you know?
Yeah. And I think sorry for cutting off, I think it's also come to this, it doesn't matter if you're playing to 10 people or 1,000 people, because it really does count when you play for that one person in that crowd, and the name will start to spill out from there, because that's how legends are born. With that one person in the crowd, spread the words out and just rally, and it just goes like wildfire. But I do understand playing to a larger crowd overseas, it's amazing, especially from Australia. I mean, who can go past AC/DC when they first started in Melbourne, and look where they are now after 40 years? It's just amazing.
Yeah, it would be even going to different states in Australia, and other people listen to the music from over there. So I can't imagine what it's like overseas yet, but I'll find that out next year.
Exactly. And it's good to see that we do get a lot of recognition overseas, especially with bands like Truth Corroded, who just done a European tour with Niall and Suffocation, and they're just coming back as we speak. But King Parrot's another one. They've done many tours over in America over the last 12 to 18 months. Unbelievable. It's just great to see that Australian bands are getting the recognition overseas, and 2 thumbs up. I'm thrilled with that. I really am.
Yeah, all these Aussie bands are really working hard for it as well. Like, it wouldn't have all been smooth sailing. Those bands have been through it. And True Crows as well, we're playing with them this Saturday down at Enigma Bar. But yeah, they're working hard. They're paying for their own way. And King Pirate now, well, bloody huge. I would think they're making a living off the band there. But
Yeah.
it wasn't always that way to get there. To work hard.
It is. And it goes to show if you work hard and play hard, dividends will pay off tenfold. And I like to see Whoretopsy do the same thing. And you're just getting there, man. You're just getting there. I mean, you're a newbie, but you're not a newbie when it comes to drumming. You know, you've been doing it for 10 years, but it's getting there. You know, Whoretopsy got their history made out, and you just came in for the new album and the tour. Things are set in stone for you guys, and it's going to take off. I truly hope it does, man. I really hope it does. But just to wrap it up, I want these fans to go and get those tickets for the Adelaide gig and the Perth gig, and also for this Nile tour that Whoretopsy is going to be featured on. Please go and get your tickets at all the participating ticket outlets around Australia. And go up and buy this guy a drink, because if I meet him, man, I'll buy you a drink, Jake. No doubt about it. I'll buy you a drink. So,
thanks, mate.
Yeah.
Could use it.
Yeah, you need all the support you can get as well. I mean, fans got to put the hard-earned money back into the live music. I mean, they can pay $180 to see like Iron Maiden or Black Sabbath, but they can hardly pay $10 to see a local band. I want these fans to go back out there, here in Adelaide especially, to put the hard-earned money back in the music scenes. And, you know, so, all right, Jake, take care, man, and we'll see you on the road very shortly, and I cannot wait to see you smash the Enigma bar out when you come down here again. So, and also before you go, they do have 3 litre beer towers in the beer garden at the Enigma now. So $27, 3 litres, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, so will I see you there tonight?
Yeah, it's at the beer garden at the Enigma. So we'll see you then. But take care, Jake, and it's great to speak to you. And please, fans, go and get this album. And they'll be at the merch desk, I believe, too, with other merch as well. And go up and give these guys a bit of a 2 thumbs up from me when you see them. Thanks, Jake, and thanks for joining us as well, man. It's an absolute pleasure.
No worries. Thanks, mate.
No worries. Take care, mate.